What's good, sports fans? Welcome back to the Sports Bar. We're just two guys doing it for the love of the game. I'm Bryce Parker.
I'm Simon Bugs.
Got you. So we're gonna start off with our rants of the day. Simon Bugs, you get the first one.
Okay, first I want to start off with the recent benching of Bryce Young. In my opinion, I feel like bro didn't get a fair shake because in his first year in Carolina, he had no weapons around him. He had a trash offensive line. His only wide receiver or notable wide receiver was Adam Thielen, who's like 35, 40 years old, however old he is. He's past his prime. That's the main thing. And then they don't do good this year. They go 2-15, 3-4, whatever. They had a losing record, right? And then this past season, the Panthers do a little bit better in terms of adding weapons, but they added Deontay Johnson. They drafted Xavier Legette out of South Carolina. Those guys are okay, but still not really proven guys, and he's still not playing very well. Now, I will say that it's not all on the Panthers. He has had some real questionable throws where it's like, bro, what you doing? Like, he acting like he never played football before. But in my opinion, I feel like he didn't get a fair shake because the team around him wasn't that talented. So it's like he can only do but so much. You feel me? And that's why I feel like teams are really rushing these guys to play. Andy Dalton got replaced by Bryce Young. If anything, I feel like he should have maybe played last year, and Bryce should have sat and maybe learned from Andy Dalton and maybe learn from him, get some experience, and then that way he could take off and maybe be the player that he was projected to be. So I feel like the Panthers did Bryce dirty with the benching. How about you, man? What are you ranting about today?
Well, yeah, I think Bryce Young definitely needs to get out of there. Panthers have not given him the Panthers have not given him what he needs.
Not at all.
My rant of the day is thank God we are bringing back running the ball. Like, running backs have been so devalued these past almost decade.
Facts.
You know, these guys are throwing it all over the place.
Facts.
But now you're starting to see in the league where at least the story of this season has you can either run the ball or you cannot, or you can either stop the run or you cannot.
Yeah.
The Cowboys are neither. They can't run the ball and they can't stop the run. And I feel like all these teams that had success this weekend, they ran the ball.
Absolutely.
The Ravens finally figured out, we have Derrick Henry on our roster. Maybe we should run the ball.
Right,
Saquon Barkley went crazy. Even speaking of the Panthers, like Chuba Hubbard ran for over 100 yards. Like, it comes a time where football does not have to be that complicated. You know, shout out to Mel Kiper. You know, he thinks that too high is ruining the league.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if somebody's going to sit with their safeties back in Baghdad, just run the ball.
Run the ball.
Run the ball. Run the ball. Run the ball. Run the ball.
That's
it's
simple.
not that hard.
Yeah.
And I think we're starting to see in the league where people are starting to understand, like, okay, yes, we can give these running backs the ball. We can run the ball. Let's get back to our roots of I'm going to stand in front of you and I'm going to make you stop me.
Right.
And we're finally bringing that back.
Exactly.
So thank God.
I love it. I love it.
All right, man. So finally get that out. We can woo-saw. All right, let's get into these games. So,
Okay.
speaking of the Cowboys, Ravens-Cowboys.
Yes, sir. Ravens got the dub yesterday, first win of the season. It was a good game. Like you said, they ran the ball. They used Derrick Henry. I think he had 25 rushes for over 150 yards.
Right.
He averaged like 6 yards a carry. He got 2 tubs. Man, they ran the ball down the Cowboys' throat. Man, it was a good win. Lamar had some nice rushing too. I think he had about 87 yards. Justice Hill, he contributed a little bit too. They ran the ball. They ate up that clock. The Ravens, they did a good job limiting CeeDee Lamb too. I think he had a quiet game. I don't remember hearing his name too much on Sunday as well. How about you? What were some of your takeaways?
I mean, again, just going back to they actually did what they signed Derrick Henry to do. Like, you have Derrick Henry, you have a 300-pound fullback in Patrick Carr, line up in I formation and run the ball and make them stop you. And we all know that the Cowboys have been bad at stopping the run these past 2 years. They're a team that's built to rush the passer. They don't want to play from behind and have to stop the run. Punish them. But what I didn't like about this game was the fact that they disappeared. Their offense disappeared in the fourth quarter.
It did.
They let the Cowboys come back, and that's play calling. And I think we heard a clip from Lamar Jackson kind of calling out John Harbaugh's play calling, and it's been valid. Like, John Harbaugh has had some questionable end-of-game situations that have cost the Ravens. Like, even going back to the playoffs, how are you the number one run defense and you're playing against the Kansas City Chiefs, a chance to go to the Super Bowl, and you only run the ball 5 times in that game?
Yeah, I think with that, I think they were trying to do something where they were trying to beat Patrick Mahomes at his own game. But to me, it's like
stick to your identity.
Yeah, stick to your identity. Your run first offense got you that far.
Exactly.
It's the AFC Championship game. So why switch up now? So yeah, I understand you want to pass because it's more exciting, but running the ball, it's very effective because you eat up that clock. You keep QBs like Pat Mahomes off the field, or in this case, Dak. With Sunday's game, you keep him off the field and you give them less time to make plays. So yeah, I definitely think it was good for them to run the ball, stick to what they know, and use their star running back, like you said.
Got you. And so, man, let's pivot to the Eagles and Saints. You know, the Saints, they put up like 95 points the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They only scored like, what, 3 points last game? Like, what was going on?
Yeah, they struggled offensively. But honestly, both defenses, I feel like, played pretty well in that matchup because I think by halftime, the Saints were up maybe like 3-0. Yeah, it was like 3-0. So if you were
a big defensive battle.
Yeah, if you were a defensive fan, you definitely would have liked this game. But I feel like the reason why the Eagles, they were behind. I feel like they weren't really using Saquon Barkley like that in the first half because, if I'm not mistaken, I remember the analysts or the commentators, they were saying in the first half Saquon had like five carries for like 12 or 17 yards, so they weren't really feeding him like that. But they fed him a lot in the second half.
He got going for sure.
Bro was able to really lock in and really get his carries, and he finished the game with over 100 yards. And he ran, and he had that I think it was a 65-yard run touchdown to the end zone. That was a nice play. And the Saints, they weren't able to their offense just got stale in the second half. Well, it was already stale to begin with because they only kicked a field goal. But yeah, it was a nice game. It was a nice little defensive battle. It was definitely worth watching in my opinion.
Got you. All right, man. Let's do this. The bowl game real quick.
Okay, what we got?
Does Caitlin Clark deserve the hate? I can go first. No, she does not deserve the hate. But I feel like some people who follow Caitlin Clark kind of people will see some of the things that Caitlin Clark's fans will say or how they'll act or how they'll treat other players in the WNBA, especially like Angel Reese, and I feel like it gets rubbed off as Caitlin Clark. Like, I don't think that's what Caitlin Clark wants. I think Caitlin Clark just wants to hoop. Yeah. And so I don't think she deserves the hate, but I think sometimes the narratives do stick to people even when it's unwarranted. What do you think?
Me, I don't think I'm with you, man. I don't think Caitlin deserves the hate either. She hates either. She's a really electrifying player. And I feel like she deserves all the praise that she's getting because it wasn't just her, but she played a real pivotal role in putting women's college, or at least college women's basketball, really on the map. And like I said, wasn't just her; it was Angel Reese too, Juju Watkins as well. They all played a big role. But with Caitlin, she's real unproblematic. She doesn't really cause any problems. It feels like the media is really the one that kind of likes to push these narratives and try to make it seem and try to make her as like this villain of the WNBA, which I don't think is is right. And I remember a while back, Angel Reese was asked if she disliked Caitlin, and Angel said no. She said she loved Caitlin because of all she did for the WNBA. So I don't think her hate is valid. I think it's she seemed like a real cool person. She's real talented too.
How much playing time will Bronny James get this season?
Oh man. Okay. Truthfully, I feel like bro should spend a large part of the season in the G League. I don't think he's ready for NBA basketball, but being as though Bron is his dad, obviously, I think he'll come up and play for Lakers for a handful of games this season. I don't think he'll play a whole lot of minutes. I'll say he'll play between maybe 15 and maybe 18 minutes. Nothing too crazy. So I'll say he'll play around Lakers game. I think he'll play maybe between 10 to 15 actual Lakers games for about maybe 15 to 18 minutes. I think that'll be.
Yeah, no, I think Bronny James will get a lot of playing time in the G League.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
In the G League for sure. I just don't think he's ready yet. And I just don't think he's ready yet. He'll get some good time to develop in the G League. He'll get to learn. He'll get to be a part of an NBA schedule. I guess, I feel like for the optics, like you gotta get him at least at one time with Pops. Like they both gotta be on the court at the same time, at least one time. But
I always say this: that first alley-oop pass from Bron to Bronny, that's gonna go crazy, man. That's gonna go crazy.
You think it'll go Bron to Bronny or Bronny to Bron?
I think it'll go Bronny to Bron. Yeah, I think it'll go Bronny to Bron.
I think so too.
I can see him on a fast break. Bron maybe trailing. Bronny maybe lob it off the backboard. Yeah. Bron slam it home. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. Cause with Bronny, I'm just surprised that in a world where a guy in college, he averaged like 4 points on it was on terrible,
like 5.5 points or something like that.
Yeah, it was something like that on like terrible efficiency. Like I feel like in any other case, bro would not have gotten drafted. I'm just gonna keep it a bean. He would have gotten drafted. But Bron was able to pull some strings. He's one of the best players. He got a lot of pull in the Lakers organization. But I don't think he's ready. I think he'll play a little bit, but he'll spend 85% of his first NBA season in G League for sure.
Gotcha. Well, NBA season coming up. It's almost October. We're about to start seeing those preseason games.
Yeah, I'm excited, bro.
Gotcha. Well, that was a bowl game. All right, man. We got to get into rapid fire games, man. Games.
Okay,
All right, this next upcoming week. All right, bet. Ooh, rivalry. Cowboys Giants. Who you think will win?
Oh, okay. Thursday night.
Thursday night matchup.
Thursday night.
Game is in New York.
I like the Cowboys. I like the Cowboys in that one.
I like the Cowboys too. I'm still not a Daniel Jones believer,
Yeah,
even though he did have a nice little 2-game stretch.
Yeah.
All right, Bengals Panthers.
Bengals.
Easy. Easy.
Yeah.
All right, Saints Falcons. That's gonna be a good matchup.
That's actually gonna be a real good matchup. I'll say Saints. I think I'm gonna stick with the Saints.
You know what? Falcons gonna upset.
Okay.
All right, bet. Texans Jaguars.
I'm gonna see this Stroud guy. I'm gonna stick with the Texans. I think they'll bounce back from this week's loss. I think I'm gonna take the Texans in that one.
That took you too long to answer. I was definitely Texans. All right, Jets Broncos.
Jets.
Easily Jets. Yeah, easily Jets. All right, Packers Vikings.
I think I'm gonna take the Vikings. Sam Darnold's been balling, so I'm gonna take the Vikings in that one.
I'm gonna take the Vikings too. If you're a betting man, Justin Jefferson anytime score.
Facts.
I give you that much. All right, Colts Steelers. Two young black QBs going at it, man.
I'll take the Steelers. Justin Fields, they're 3-0 under him. He's been playing pretty decent. I'll take the Steelers in that one.
Yep, I'll say that. Yeah, Steelers go to 4-0. I believe that too. All right, bet Rams Bears.
Caleb Williams been struggling. He hasn't had the best season. I'll take Matt Stafford I'll take Matt Stafford over Caleb Williams. Give me the Rams in that one.
You know what? For the sake of disagreeing, I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Okay. All right. We'll see.
All right,
we'll see.
Eagles Buccaneers.
Just because I hate at the NFC, so I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I think the Eagles get not Jalen Brown, AJ Brown back, and I think they lean on that Saquon Barkley run game that's got them this far. I think there's gonna be too much for them to handle. All right, 49ers Patriots.
Niners Pats. Oh, Niners.
Yeah,
Niners.
Yeah, not easy Niners.
Yeah.
All right, Cardinals Commanders.
I'm gonna ride with my Commanders, man. I'm gonna ride. Their offense is gonna give us some. They're gonna give us some bump, man. Kyler Murray, MHJ. They gonna give us some problems. I'm gonna stick with my Commanders, though, man. I'm gonna stick with my team, man. I'm gonna stay loyal to them.
You know, I gotta stay loyal to my team, man. I'm not gonna lie. Marvin Harrison Jr. He's gonna give y'all DBs a long day.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Chargers Chiefs.
Give me the Chiefs.
Go quick.
Chiefs.
I say Chiefs too. All right, Raiders Browns.
Browns.
I'm gonna say Raiders. I believe him. I don't believe in Deshaun Watson. Yeah. Ravens Bills. I'm actually gonna go to this game.
Ravens Bills. Ravens.
I believe in my man Lamar. All right, Dolphins Titans.
Give me the Dolphins. I think they have more explosive offense. I think I'm more with the Dolphins.
Dolphins only scored 3 points this past weekend. Still got no Tua. I say Titans. All right, last Monday night matchup: Lions versus Seahawks in Detroit.
That should be a good game. Two real competitive teams. Give me the Lions. I think they'll send their fans home happy.
Got you. I believe in Lions. It's Monday night game at home. I'm a Dan Campbell believer.
Yeah,
man.
I like him. He's one of my favorite coaches in the league for sure.
But that is all the time that we have today for the Sports Bar. Thanks so much for joining us. See us next week.
Peace.